Lucy Liu is starring in a new horror film called Presence, about a family that moves into a new home and finds that their family issues are being watched by uninvited company. Take a look.
I got another name for Chloe today. Yeah, Tommy's therapist knows somebody, a woman. Maybe that's what she needs, so she feel like she can open up.
Time is what she needs.
2 kids. You have 2
Yeah,
kids.
I have a very clear memory of each of them coming out of my body. Yeah, but thanks for the reminder.
So watch this alliteration. Please welcome the lovely Lucy Liu. Welcome to the show, Lucy. Anna, you have a question.
Okay, so Lucy, your dress is beautiful. It is a little cold out there, so I hope you have a
I
nice
feel
jacket.
okay. I'm all kind of
look
like pumped
beautiful.
up being here.
And so you have a new movie. It's called Presence, and it is directed by Steven Soderbergh. That's a really big deal. He's the director of Sex, Lies, and Videotape, Erin Brockovich, Ocean's 11, just to name a few.
Yeah.
What was your reaction when you found out that he wanted to meet with you for this movie? Like, how do you react when you get called by a director like that?
I was so thrilled and excited. I am such a huge fan of his, and I really think that he is such an auteur. I mean, he is somebody who thinks outside of the box. He's experimental. I mean, that's a true artist, somebody who's not going to just do the traditional thing all the time. Like, I think a lot of times you think, oh, it works, and I found the formula, so I'm just gonna keep doing that thing. I'm gonna keep making that cookie.
Right.
And he's not that person. He wants to try something different, and he challenges himself. And he tastes, I think that takes a lot of chutzpah.
Yeah.
Right?
Do you get
And
nervous
like
when you chat,
risks.
when you actually are talking to him? Are you cool under pressure? Or are you like kind of nerdy or like awkward?
I mean, I think I'm pretty nerdy, but I think with him, I was so fascinated and inspired by him, and he's a really wonderful, interesting, fascinating man. So I think when you're intrigued by somebody, and he's got so much curiosity, you don't even, the time flies by. You know what I mean?
Well, Lucy, this movie is about a family that moves into a new home, and there's a presence in the house that they just can't seem to shake. And what's interesting, though, about it is it's told from the ghost's perspective.
Right.
And I didn't realize this, but Steven Soderbergh was also the cinematographer, and he shot this with a handheld camera. So he's almost, in some ways, the ghost in it. What was the process like making it with him, and did it feel like he was part of the cast as he was doing it?
Absolutely. I mean, the thing is, this movie is unusual because there's no coverage. So when you shoot the scene, it's one camera and that's the take. And then he'll edit it to the next scene.
That's
so
great.
everyone's on at all times, right? So
High
it's
pressure.
more like theater. And I think it also presents something very challenging as actors, that you work together as a team, right? So when somebody's doing their lines, you're on top of each other as a family would be. Nobody's waiting for the next cue.
Right.
And so
Kind of like us here at the table.
yeah, well, it's more natural, right?
Yeah.
And
It's
I think that's just how it's
master camera,
formatted.
not the singles, and now you do your
No,
singles.
there's nobody.
None of that.
Yeah, there's
That's
no
what coverage
stand-in. Like
is.
that's
Yeah.
it. You are doing your thing, and
Yeah.
I think that because he was there, and it becomes the audience's perspective, because you guys basically have front row seats to that moment and that sort of voyeuristic time of watching this dysfunctional family.
Yeah, you really do have those moments, because I watched it with my husband last night. I scare kind of easily. He doesn't. He was enamored of it. I actually love old homes, and I also believe in ghosts.
Oh, okay. So you're like the perfect victim.
I was the perfect victim, okay? So I think there could be a presence in my house, actually, because I live in a very old home. And
The presence is your mother. Doesn't she live with you?
she lives there too. She lives there too.
Rent-free.
She lives there too.
she's not a ghost.
Everybody lives in my house. But I heard that the
Her
house...
mother is alive, people.
My mom's alive.
Right.
But I heard that the house that you shot this film in had a presence in it.
Well, they felt that there was a presence in it.
Who's they?
So what I was watching was the presence in the house.
Well, I think what it is was the home was also very old, and they had two different staircases, one right behind the other. So I think when it was built, it probably had like a staff, and the rooms were very kind of awkwardly put together.
Does
so,
this ghost cook by any chance?
The ghost is
I thought we
everywhere.
smelled macaroni and cheese. That's what it was.
The ghost is everywhere.
No, but
Did you
I
feel it?
I think that other entities exist. I think there's energies in the world. I think that sometimes when you almost, get hit by an e-bike, you're actually, there's like a small angel that kind of, and I think there's also those epiphanies that you have, and
So what
I think
happens when
that's
you do
what
get hit?
meditation,
What
that's what
happens when
prayer,
you do
that's
get
what
hit
faith
by
is
the
about.
e-bike?
Yes.
That's what I always wonder.
wish there had been
What
a
happens when you
presence.
do get hit by the
'Cause the
e-bike?
angel didn't get there in
There's not a
time.
ghost
You're
around.
not
There's not an
connected.
angel. There's
You're not
nothing.
connected,
There's
Dawn.
nothing.
You are not connected.
I am not connected.
not.
She doesn't believe in ghosts.
No, but I do think that children, animals, like if an animal likes to sit in a certain
Especially an
spot,
animal.
that's a good energy place, not just because it's comfortable.
What about when they hump your leg?
You are right about children and
Clearly.
animals. Whenever
Yeah.
I go into my basement, I bring my dog Phineas, who's 150-pound Newfie,
It's a
who's scared
horse.
of everything. And
How do you even get him down the stairs?
It's very hard, but he senses things in
Not
the
to
basement.
interrupt, but let's get this
Sorry.
back on track. We digress. Lucy, I want to talk about something you got to do with your 9-year-old son, Rockwell. Last year, you went to the White House, and he got to meet President Biden and Vice President Harris. So what was that day
so
like?
cute.
He's so cute. Beautiful.
Well, it was so special. We were there to represent the Asian community for that special day, and he was practicing his handshake, and he wore a suit.
He looks so handsome.
You know what? He's just. This is such a perfect age for him to have this memory, because I think oftentimes there's a photo when they're younger and they create this memory of what they thought it was.
Yes.
But this is something he's going to
Did he get to meet the president?
He did, and
He's always
he was so
he-
kind. And you know what he
that
said?
president was very good with
He
kids.
said, I know that you're a great young man and you're going to take such good care of your mother.
Oh, I love
I know. I overheard that, and
then
it
he
was so
pardoned him.
Sweet. Right, for not putting his toys away.
Well, let me ask you this, because I know we're running out of time. You were at the White House to celebrate Asian American representation, like you mentioned.
Yes.
And you've been working on a movie for over 5 years about mental health in the Asian American community. Why is that particular story so important to you?
Well, I think culturally, the Asian community doesn't acknowledge that there is an issue with mental health or diagnoses, and I think oftentimes that misinformation becomes very dangerous for the people who actually are struggling.
Yeah.
And it can lead, obviously, to suicide and to other horrible things, homelessness. And I think that there's this idea, there's a stigma that it's just they're stressed. They don't really acknowledge that there is a real health risk.
Yeah.
And it affects the entire family. And also, information is power. And when you don't understand and there's superstitions that are behind it, it also creates sort of an isolation, right, for those families or for those people. So this movie, Rosemead, that will be shown later on this year, is something that's really close to my heart. And I want it to be out there so that people can feel connected and that they matter and they're seen.
Yeah.
You know, the highest functioning person in the family is the one who seeks therapy.
Agreed.
Oh, yes, that's me.
There are exceptions.
I wonder if it
Thanks
has
to
something
Lucy
do with
Liu,
being
we're
an
going.
American
Anna.
community. What?
Caliente.
Cayete.
Presence is in theaters Friday, January 24th.